Hello, YouTube! My name is Scott, and I just got around to watching Cobra Kai. Season 1, Episode 8 is called Molting, and there are some crazy turns here, I gotta be honest. So, now that Cobra Kai is free to compete in the All Valley Karate Tournament, Johnny decides he's got to step up his training, so we start off with an opening montage at a junkyard. Because apparently the kids really need to learn to jump through tires and break stuff and run from dogs. It's literally what happens. And it's just after this that the episode takes a sort of Romeo and Juliet turn because Johnny finally finds out that Miguel has been dating Sam. And he tells a very badly translated, whitewashed version of what happened in the first movie, complete with the flashbacks that I thought we were done with, but okay. Basically, he makes himself out to be a lot better than he actually was. No big surprise. Although I have to admit, all the references to Allie that we've seen have started to make me wonder if Elizabeth Shue's going to make an appearance. Or just somebody that they claim is Allie, because it could go either way. Now, on the other side, Sam actually at one point kind of suggests that maybe Miguel could train at another dojo because Daniel's all up in arms about Johnny and Cobra Kai. His cousin Louie's over at his house when they are having this family dinner, and his mom shows up. The woman who plays mom in the movies. And apparently, she and Daniel's wife argue like all the time, and somehow only Sam can keep the peace between them. But anyway, his cousin Louie, who also works at the dealership, seems to think that it's unfair that they fixed Johnny's car for free, and he turned around and decided to get his business going. I'm not sure why that's not fair. Now, later that night, Johnny's bringing Miguel home, and Miguel's mom invites him over for dinner. And we learn a little bit of their backstory. The family's from Ecuador. They fled Miguel's dad, who is, just safe to say, a bad man. But his mom says this one thing to Johnny about how, you can't let the past dictate the rest of your life, or something similar to that. And that's apparently like the kick in the pants that Johnny needs to start really turning his life around. He goes straight home and he cleans out his apartment. We get another shot of his stepdad Sid's house in Encino. He goes and pays Sid back the money that he gave him and says that he's not going to be coming back ever. And he does that thing where he's had character growth and he has to walk away smiling. Now, at the same time, actually right on the same time, Daniel, who, as we know, is training Johnny's son Robbie, takes him up to the place in the woods where Mr. Miyagi took him to train. And apart from a lot of wide shots of scenic vistas where the two of them are training but also doing what kind of looks like Tai Chi together, there's an exercise where Robbie has to get up on a fallen tree and do all the kicks that he's been taught without falling off as a way of learning balance. There's a shot of Daniel where he almost is able to stand on one hand and perform a kick with both legs that apparently only Mr. Miyagi could do, and he almost managed once in his 20s, so now it's kind of a miracle he got as far as he did. Also, Robbie met Sam, and you can kind of see trouble brewing there. But the whole thing with Miguel and Sam, it's kind of turning into a Romeo and Juliet situation. He was at the movies with Aisha and Hawk, who's kind of turning into a jerk, and they convince him to go, meet Sam's dad, right? But he goes over to the LaRusso house where Daniel's mom and his wife have made peace, and Robbie's been invited over for dinner, and when he sees them all, eating and having a good time in the backyard, he's clearly visibly hurt. Not as bad as Johnny's going to be, though. He decides that he's going to write a letter to Robbie. Because, as he said, he's not going to text or email. And I don't even know how this came about, but apparently Louis decided that the best way to punish Johnny for getting Cobra Kai back up and running was to destroy his car. He had met some biker dudes in Vegas who were kind of bad news, and they came along with him and are just bashing the crap out of his car. Although Louis does say that, you know, they don't want to go as far as setting it on fire, even though they start by dousing it in gasoline. Johnny comes out and beats the crap out of the two guys, and he's going after Louis, who said at first that this was payback from Daniel, but then admits that it was only his idea. And he might have gotten the crap kicked out of him if one of the biker guys hadn't managed to get up and set Johnny's car on fire. So now Johnny wants to know where Daniel lives. I mean, you're looking at 2 episodes until the season finale. There's no way they don't end up fighting by the end, right? I mean, is everything going to get resolved in this? Are we going to have, if not Romeo and Juliet style, like West Side Story type ending where the two of them... Oh, wait, that didn't end well either. Damn. I forgot that was based on Romeo and Juliet, too. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but every time an episode starts loading, I get a shot that is clearly from later in the show, where it looks a lot like Robbie and Miguel and Hawk are all fighting together. So, like, way to go, Netflix, you know. I was hoping to not have anything that seemed like a spoiler. But yeah, this episode ended with a car on fire. I know this isn't exactly a kid's show, but damn! Anyway, that's what I think of it. What do you guys think? Drop a comment and let me know. You know, leave a like. Share it around. Subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. Hit the bell below for notifications. And until next time, I have been Scott, and this has been Just Got Around to Watching, an offshoot of Opinions No One Cares About. Everyone has opinions. This one was mine.